Hi folks, this is Cameron Thompson for Ayrshire Online Radio. I'm Ayrshire's very own wrestling correspondent. You will notice that this episode that I've uploaded to YouTube here, it doesn't have any music on it, and this is because of YouTube's copyright. The full version can be found on Ayrshire Online Radio. It is going out again on Thursday. I'll update you with the time as soon as I have it, and you can listen out for the full unedited version then. But until then, this is the version of just me talking and no music, unfortunately. You just have to imagine the music. Thanks very much. Hello folks, you're listening to Ayrshire Online Radio. My name's Cameron Thompson, and this is a new episode of Wrestling Correspondence from Ayrshire. I'm a big wrestling fan. I have been since I was 5 years old. In Ayrshire, we're very blessed, very lucky to have lots of great wrestling companies doing great things. We have Respect Pro Wrestling, we have British Championship Wrestling based out of Kilmarnock in East Kilbride. We have ICW are now doing a show at Ayr Citadel. To see ICW titles defended in Ayr, now that's something. ICW, as you're probably aware, based out of Glasgow. So I'm very much looking forward to what they have to offer. But I'll be bringing you all the news, all the reviews of shows that I go to here in Ayrshire, and all the news from internationally as well. Word coming out of Stamford, Connecticut, regarding WrestleMania 36. Our very own Drew McIntyre will, of course, be challenging Brock Lesnar for the WWE Heavyweight Championship of the World. I'm very much behind the hometown boy. But word coming out of Stamford at the moment, as regards the coronavirus, as you'll have seen on the news, lots of events, especially sporting events, are being cancelled or otherwise being moved to facilities with no audience or very small audience participation in viewing. Crikey, it's a scary thing at the moment, but wrestling going out on YouTube and the TV is a way for us to lose ourselves, and that's what it's always been about, wrestling. It's a way to entertain you and keep you from thinking about negative things in your life for maybe a couple of hours at a time, and it's a blessing really for us. We as fans must enjoy it. So at the moment, WrestleMania 36 is scheduled to go ahead. The Tampa Mayor, where it is of course being scheduled to be held in Tampa, Florida. The Tampa Mayor has said that it's up to Vince McMahon and WWE how they want to proceed with it. There'll be a lot of people disappointed if it doesn't go ahead, especially lots of us here in Scotland, because I want to see Drew McIntyre Claymore Brock Lesnar into next week and win the WWE World Heavyweight Championship and become the first Scottish, British heavyweight champion of the world. That would be such an accolade and such a great... I wonder if they'll paint his local post box gold like they do with the Olympians. I wonder if they'll do that. I think we should start a petition. Let's go into that. News coming out of AEW. As of AEW Revolution, the pay-per-view, Jon Moxley as he is now the AEW Heavyweight Champion of the World. What a great champion he is. He did beat Chris Jericho at Revolution. Chris Jericho thought he had the match won and had indeed been training to compete against a man with one eye, essentially, as he had seemingly blinded Jon Moxley a few weeks earlier. Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle have been feuding with Jon Moxley by himself for 2 months now. They can't seem to put Jon Moxley away. Jon Moxley is going to be a great champion, and Chris Jericho was, of course, a respected champion. Le Champion. So I'm very excited to see what's going to happen in AEW and see what's next. But the feud with the Inner Circle is only going to get more intense, I believe. NWA Power. Champion Nick Aldis recently defended against Ricky Morton of Rock and Roll Express. I thought Ricky Morton had him for a second, but for the £10 of gold, but unfortunately he just wasn't able to capitalise, and Nick Aldis remains champion. I believe he's going to be very, very soon, he's going to break the record for the longest reigning NWA heavyweight champion in history, so fair play to him. I believe that if he hadn't had that loss to Cody, and then which he did regain the title, but if he hadn't had that, he probably would now be the longest reigning heavyweight champion of the world. But Ricky Morton, that guy, I mean, I don't know what age he is, but he must be into his 60s and he can still go. I think he's fantastic. I watched a match with Rock and Roll Express and the British Bulldogs from 1989, AWA. I watched that the other day, and that was just a fantastic match. Do check that out on YouTube. AEW can of course be viewed on ITV Hub. WWE can be viewed on their network and BT Sport, I believe, in the UK. NWA Power's on YouTube, of course. It's never been a better time to be a wrestling fan. But let's go back to the past for a minute with a song from 1993. You're going to like this if you haven't heard it before. It's by the WWF at the time, Superstars. It's called SummerSlam Jam. You're going to love this. Wasn't that great? That was WWF Superstars in 1993 with SummerSlam Jam. Some of the voices you may recognise there are Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, of course, now announced just this week that he's going to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. It's very much deserved, and couldn't be more happy for his family. His daughter in particular has been lobbying for a couple of years now to get him into the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm very pleased for her. Me personally, I'm a huge fan of the British Bulldogs tag team. I would really like to see Dynamite Kid going into the Hall of Fame as well. I feel like that's deserved, especially since he was the WWF Junior Heavyweight Champion. But we shall see. We shall see. Some of the other voices you may have recognised, they were Randy Savage, Bret Hart, and The Undertaker. The Undertaker says slam. I think that's fantastic. In the video, he's holding he's holding headphones to his ears. I think that's fantastic. Now, I did touch recently just on the ICW family-friendly shows with Wrestling Experience Scotland. Now, they're coming to, I think their only venue they're doing in Ayrshire is actually the Citadel in Ayr, which, if you've been to a show there before, it's a good venue. There's a good size, and they have confirmed this week that the show will go ahead. They're under the 500 gathering of 500 guidelines that the Scottish Government have put out. So I'm glad, I can't wait. It's on March 21st. There are still tickets. Do get yourself along to that. It's going to be great to see ICW championships defended in Ayrshire and in Ayr. Do get yourself along to that. The tickets are well worth it. I'm very pleased to be going to that. Let's have a look at the bill, the card. Okay, so obviously the headline is Noam Dar. He is going to be defending his ICW World Heavyweight Championship against Wolfgang. Noam Dar, of course, defeated Stevie Boy Xavier for the championship, who was himself a great champion. Noam Dar, just too much for him at that particular stage, and I'm very, very pleased. Noam, I want to say congratulations to Noam for winning that championship. But boy, oh boy, Wolfgang himself, a former ICW heavyweight champion. If I was Noam Dar, would I want to be making such a difficult defence in my so quickly in my tenure as champion? Probably not. We shall see what the outcome of that is. Tail of the tape, let's have a look at that. Height advantage has to go to Wolfgang. Weight advantage again would go to Wolfgang. Speed and high flying ability, that definitely goes to Noam, though. He's just a phenom, as we've seen on WWE's 205 Live and NXT UK. He's just fantastic with the high flying stuff and the quick stuff. He's just unparalleled as far as I'm concerned in that regard. But Wolfgang is no slouch. I'm a big fan of Wolfgang, I make no bones about it. I've seen him many times at PWE and BCW in Kilmarnock. Very, very big. This cat is big, guys. This guy is big, strong, very, very quick for a big man, and he can move very smoothly for a big man. So Noam definitely has his work cut out in terms of defending that championship. Who else have got on the card? Grado, family favourite, kids' favourite. Grado. He's one of my favourites as well. I think he's brilliant. He's going to face bad boy Liam Thompson. Liam Thompson is, of course, the zero G champion. It doesn't say that belt's going to be defended at this particular juncture, so I'm not expecting to see that belt defended, but that's going to be a great match. Next up, we'll have the Purge. They're in tag team action. They are the champions currently, of course. I believe they're still the champions. They're billed as the champions here. They're going to take on Kieran Kelly and Leighton Buzzard. Leighton's been making huge waves right now as a singles competitor as well. Former Zero G champion, I believe, as well. So he's doing great, and that's going to be a slobber knocker of a match. The Purge are a really, really experienced tag team, so they're gonna have that's going to be a great match. Also, we have Jack Jester versus Stevie Boy Xavier. Jack Jester is kind of a strange kind of cat. He's brilliant to see live as well, and he can go. He's a hard hitter. So Stevie Boy will definitely have his work cut out there. We also have Kes Evans, who is the ICW Square Go winner this year, 2020. He's going to be up against the Oddity, BT Gunn. I haven't seen Kes Evans yet. Heard only good things. I can't wait to see him fight. BT Gunn I've seen many times. He's great. I love his finisher, the Technodrome. I think that's awesome, the Oddity BT Gunn. And we also have Casey versus Angel Hayes. I'm excited to see Angel Hayes. I haven't seen her before. But again, you hear rumblings about new people when they come in. And Angel Hayes is... I've heard only good things about her, so that's going to be very exciting. I'm loving women's wrestling right now. The women's revolution in WWE has been a great thing for getting women's wrestling to the forefront, and indeed sometimes headlining wrestling events, which is a great thing. People are enjoying it right now, and at the moment, where wrestling's concerned, what goes on the headline is what's putting butts in seats, what's putting money on into the purse, and what is putting food on the tables of these wrestlers. And at the moment, women's wrestling is a huge thing. As I say, get yourself down to the Air Citadel March 21st. You're going to have a great show there, a few hours where you can just forget about all this coronavirus nonsense. And just enjoy yourself with some plain good old fashioned family friendly fun. That's what it's all about. You get your kids down there. I'll see if my boy's only 4 years old. I don't know that I'm going to be able to get him along to that yet, but hopefully soon. Okay, so that rounds up our local news, I believe, with ICW. That's the next show I'm going to, so expect a review of that on the next show. To play us out, I've got Adrian Street and the Pile Drivers. Imagine what I could do to you. Take care, folks.